You know, it's interesting. I wonder if all the advancement in technology could work against an enterprise just for that very reason. And one example I'm thinking of, it was a restaurant in, I believe it was in Hong Kong. This was years ago, so they were way advanced, uh, ahead of their time, so to speak. I went by this restaurant and there was a kiosk outside, and you would press the buttons and order your meal, swipe your credit card, and then at that point, once you've ordered your food and paid for your meal, then you enter into the restaurant and you pick up, whatever food you have there. And I thought, man, that is really cool, really convenient at the time when I saw that. But at the same time, it was kind of impersonal. I didn't get a chance to talk to the waitress or the waiters or people who happen to be sitting in the booth next to me. I'm a tourist here in town. What's a good thing to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed out on all of that. Although I got my food fast, and I was gone.
Like with everything, when you over-index, you lose something about what made the experience so special in the first place.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I, and also to the point, it makes me wonder too why some hotels are rated 5 stars and others are not because they're able to give that extra personal touch that you just don't get with automation,
right.
you know?
Unless your shtick is I'm a value brand. So don't
Mm,
expect to have concierge level experience. Don't expect to have your bed turned down with chocolate mints placed by a housekeeper. But you're just
mm,
going to check in on your own. You're probably not going to see anybody unless you run into a problem because you're going to check out in your room from your phone. Right? That's a
yeah.
$69 a night kind of place to stay versus a $400 kind of night where you are going to get the sommelier telling you what kind of wine to go with your meal, and the concierge is going to tell you what museums you should see. So I think there's a value to return on investment ratio that has to be made. And there's a lot of intrinsic stuff to consider too.
I think we're developing a good argument for small companies, startup companies for sure, who don't have a budget for a lot of these AI advancements that are sure to come. And they'll say, hey, you know what? We don't need all that stuff because we're going to give that personalized touch and we're going to save the company a lot of money.
Yeah. Right, right, exactly.
You think that's
Yeah.
going to
So
happen?
yeah, it'll be really, really interesting to see. I mean, um at some point in time, people are going to be like, are you just sending out this video to the masses because now you can? Are you really targeting me? Right? Is it
Mm.
insert Jim Stroud into the video? But you've done that with Jane and John and Jimmy and 100 times over. Like, is it really personalized? Or is it just a shortcut to something that looks personalized but really isn't?
Mm.